Good morning! I'm currently in Yokohama with my family. It's day 5 of our 13-day Japan trip, and we've been staying in Citadines the past 3 nights. It's a really lovely hotel. Once you enter the lobby, you get a nice cozy vibe which extends all the way up to the rooms. They serve free coffee in the ground floor lounge and also at the 7th floor guest lounge, where I am now. Yesterday, my husband Joey ran the Yokohama Marathon. We are so proud of him. He's the type of person who'd set a goal and really push to achieve it. 42 kilometers is a huge feat, and it was really inspiring to see him train the past few months and finish it off yesterday. So that's why we're here, for his marathon, and also to have a nice family vacay. 13 days is actually quite long for us. We usually stick to shorter trips, but we love Japan and I don't think we'll ever tire of it. Today we're checking out of Citadines and moving from Yokohama to Tokyo. Then for the rest of the trip, we'll be visiting Mount Fuji, Osaka, and Kyoto. Before leaving Yokohama, we decided to visit Japan's Chinatown, a lively, colorful area with bustling stalls that offer a wide range of Chinese food from dim sum to Peking duck. After a few minutes of walking though, Asa started to doze off, so we had to park in a coffee shop to let him catch up on sleep. We shared a few small dishes, seafood rice with egg and mushrooms, dim sum, and freshwater crab. When we travel, especially in a food central like Japan, we usually keep the portions modest so that we can try a variety of food throughout the day. We have a lot of dim sum back in the Philippines, but the radish cake here is a standout. It's well seasoned and tender with a nice golden crust. The pork siomai was also juicy and flavorful. People walk around a lot in Japan, which is a great practice, especially after eating. That's one thing we can pick up from them. Go for a walk after a meal for at least 10 minutes. This helps with digestion, regulates blood sugar, and reduces fat storage and sluggishness. That's one of the ways the Japanese stay fit and healthy while eating well. We had planned to go straight to our hotel to leave our luggage, but when we got out of Shinjuku station, boom! Luke's Lobster greeted us. So we lugged our things in to try 2 of their best sellers, the lobster roll and lobster noodles. The lobster roll was abundant with huge chunks of meat wedged in some buttery bread, and the noodles had an umami peanut flavor with a mild spice that also paired well with the lobster. So I was planning to film one day only, but as soon as we arrived in our Shinjuku hotel yesterday, Asa had fallen asleep again, so we didn't get to do much anymore. I also realized that we didn't really eat Japanese food yesterday, so today we're heading to the Tsukiji fish market. This is one of the world's largest and most famous seafood markets with vendors, small restaurants, and street food stalls offering the freshest and most delicious produce. I noticed that there are more tourists than locals here, probably since locals have their own go-tos that are less mainstream. But I still think that this is a great experience for anyone who wants to dive into Japanese food culture and sample some of the freshest seafood around. We shared this Kobe rice bowl topped with fresh sea urchin. The Kobe beef was succulent and the fluffy, sticky Japanese rice soaked up the juices. And the uni was briny and creamy and balanced out the richness of the beef. Of course, we also wanted some sashimi, so we were off to our next stop. We shared a rice bowl with salmon, tuna, and uni sashimi, along with assorted nigiri so that Jose could eat the cooked variants. As expected, everything was so fresh and silky, and a glass of cold beer completed the whole experience. Another thing we can pick up from the Japanese, they don't seem to use their phones when they eat. They follow the concept of eating slowly and paying full attention to their food. It might be a cultural thing to respect their meal and dining experience, but this practice also offers health benefits. They become more aware of when they're almost full and avoid overeating. The highlight of our Tsukiji market trip came next when we stopped by a Wagyu stall to try out their Wagyu sirloin skewer. And wow! Each bite melts in your mouth with a rich, buttery marbling releasing an explosion of umami. It was so delicious.
That's coffee. That's coffee.
Wow.
We wanted to indulge in another Wagyu skewer, but it started to rain, so we decided to call it a day at Tsukiji Market and book an Uber to our next destination, Shibuya. Traveling can sometimes mean going off the rails when it comes to health, but that doesn't need to be the case. You can definitely enjoy your vacation, eat well, have drinks and treats, and relax without going overboard and feeling too heavy or tired. Yes, sometimes it's hard to consistently get in veggies when you're on vacation, but you can be mindful of other things like having your fill of protein and fruits, eating slowly and in moderation, staying hydrated, and walking around a lot. So as of filming this video, we have one more night here in Tokyo before we move to Mount Fuji. This trip has been awesome so far, but there's still a lot more to look forward to. This is where I'll end this video though, so if you're still watching, thank you, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.